Good day to everybody. Let's start our lesson. Today we will be talking about Robinson Crusoe and the author of this interesting story, Daniel Defoe. First of all, I'd like you to open your students' books at the 90th page and let's read this text all together and try to find the answer. Why is Daniel Defoe considered the father of English novel? I'd like you to find out the answer for this question and rewrite it in your notebooks. Daniel Defoe was an important English writer, born in London, England. As a young man, he traveled a lot around Europe as a merchant and wrote for many magazines and newspapers. Merchant, купец, торговец. His first and best-known novel was Robinson Crusoe, which was published in 1719 when Defoe was 59 years old. Other famous novels include Moll Flanders and Roxana. They are all about people who are in difficult situations and struggle through life, whether physically, financially, or spiritually. Духовно. Although many parts of Defoe's personal life remain unknown, a great deal of his writing has survived and he has had an incredible influence on English literature. Influence, влияние. Невероятное влияние, incredible influence. Robinson Crusoe, for example, is one of the first examples of the novel in the English language with some elements that would become standards of the new genre, such as a quite eventful and realistic plot. Quite eventful, то есть насыщенный событиями, and realistic plot и реалистичным содержанием. It is for the reason that Defoe is often called the father of the English novel. Have you found the answer? Pause the video and write down it in your notebooks. Have you done? Don't forget to take a photo of it and send me. The next exercise number 3, our task is to read the text and answer the questions. Why did Crusoe run away from home? Where was Crusoe going when his ship was wrecked and why? Where did he end up? Who is Friday? How long did he stay on the island? You have to write down the answers for these 5 questions in your notebooks. But first of all, let's read this text all together. While I'm reading, I'd like you to follow it. Robinson Crusoe is one of the earliest examples of a realistic novel in the English language. It tells the story of a young Englishman called Robinson Crusoe, who dreams of becoming a sailor and traveling the world. When his father refuses to let him go to sea, he runs away. After several misadventures, he ends up in Brazil and becomes rich. Soon, he decides to take a trip to Africa to buy some slaves. But his ship is hit by a storm and he ends up alone on a desert island, пустынный остров. With a few supplies from the shipwreck, he builds a house, a boat, and a new life. Shipwreck – это кораблекрушение. One day, Crusoe encounters people on the island. He discovers that they're natives from a nearby island with some prisoners. He even helps a prisoner escape, who eventually becomes his servant and close friend. He names his Friday after the day of the week they met and teaches him to use his tools and speak English. Tools – инструменты. After many years, a European ship comes to the island and Crusoe is finally rescued. Crusoe and Friday make a deal with the captain of the ship and he takes them back to Europe. After 27 years, he turns home to England. Now I'd like you to pause the video and write down your answers for these 5 questions in your notebooks. Don't forget to take photo of them and send me. Thank you for the lesson.